Hey guys, Lisa Reese here. So I hope you all are doing amazing. Today's video is going to be about Jamberry nail wraps, and it's going to be a two-part video. This part today is going to be about the overall application and what I think about the product this far, and then I'll do a follow-up video in a couple of days to review the durability and how they held up to me, and then my final thoughts on the product. Please remember this is my opinion and my review, and not everybody is going to share that, and that is perfectly fine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first I want to say that Jamberry does have a lot of different, styles, and, a lot of them are, they are super, super cute. This one's football because we got Super Bowl coming up, right? And so they have ones with like writing on them and things like that. This one actually has a bunch of different things on it. It says hope, love, inspire, believe. So they do have a lot of really cute designs. Now the instructions are on the back of the wrap. So the instructions are pretty straightforward, not too hard, but first you take your cuticle pusher and you push back all your cuticles, and then after you do that, you want to make sure your nails are nice and clean. You can take alcohol wipe, or if you don't have an alcohol wipe, you can go ahead and get like a paper towel and put some alcohol on it and clean your nails really well. My recommendation is to wash your hands first and then go ahead and use the alcohol last to make sure they're all nice and clean and free of oils. Because if you have a lot of oils on your nails, then the length of time that these will last will be shortened because they will start lifting due to those oils that are in your nails. So make sure your nails are completely cleaned. After you do that, you would go ahead and pick the sizes that you need for your wrap. And then they have these heaters that you can buy on their site. And these are actually used for two purposes. So after you find the size you need, and since I already started using these, I'll just go ahead and just demonstrate with one of these. So you take off your wrap. After you do that, you get your adhesive side, point it to put your fan on, and once it gets hot, you leave it on the heat for about 3 to 5 seconds. And what it will do is, I don't know if you can see it starting to bend a little bit, but what it does is it softens up the nail wrap enough for easy application. It will make it a lot easier to apply to your nail. So after you get it onto your nail, you would then, while it's still warm, you take your little tool here with the rubber and you just go around the sides of the nail and around the cuticle and stuff and press firmly down and just go all around like this. It makes sure that it adheres to your nail. So then after, of course, then you're going to have some excess to get rid of. You can take your scissors or your nail clippers, whatever is easiest for you, get rid of the excess as much as you can, and then whatever is left, you can go ahead and take your file it down, and then clip off the rest of it. Pretty easy, okay? And then after you're done with getting rid of the excess, go ahead and get your fan again. This is the second reason I said. Turn it on, and then put your nail in front of the heat for a couple seconds, just pushing down, making sure it stays real well. And this basically cures the nail and it makes it last longer. So that's pretty much it, okay? But again, the instructions are on the back of the wrap, so you'll have the instructions right there at your disposal. Now, as far as my opinion and my thoughts on the product so far, I was frustrated from the very get-go. I started with my pinky nails, as I always usually do. Whenever I even paint my nails and stuff, I always start with the pinky. And when they made this product, they did not make it with people like me in mind. And what I mean by that is I have very small nail beds. My nail beds are tiny and they're not very wide, and so it makes things like this very difficult. Whenever I go to a nail salon, that's one of the things that they always tell me is, oh, you have such small nail beds. Yes, I do. The pinkies, okay, are too big for me. And so I have to sit there and clip all around the sides because it overlaps onto my skin, and that's a pain, okay? It's time consuming and I hated it, okay? It was not fun at all for me. Um, and then this probably the next size here would be for like a ring finger. Unfortunately, it was too small because it was showing a lot of my nail on the sides, and I didn't like that. That wasn't what it didn't look nice. So then I go to the next size up, and again, I'm having the overlapping. So I'm having to sit there and cut all around the nail because I've got this overlapping on my skin. So it was a real pain in the butt for me. And just with that alone would make me not want to buy these again or use them again for that matter, even though I've got several different ones here left. Okay, it was frustrating. It was super, super frustrating for me. Every time I thought I had the right size, it was exposing too much of my nail, which made me have to go to the next size up and then have to deal with the overlapping, and it's on my skin and I have to cut it. It was a pain, and that made me not like the product very much because of that. I don't even have that much problems when I paint my nails. This caused me a lot of problems, and it took me about an hour and a half just to get them all on. And it doesn't even take me an hour and a half to put nails on and paint them. So these stickers should not take that long in my book. So they did, because I had a lot of work to do and it was unnecessary. For me it was. So what I think about it this far is not very good because of my personal experience, but everybody is different and I understand that. So what I'll go ahead and do is in a couple of days I will post a follow-up video of what I thought, how they held up to me, and my final thoughts on it, and so we'll go from there. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye. Hey guys, Lisa Reese here. So it is Monday morning, and this is part 2 of my Jamberry review video. I've had these on since Friday afternoon, and I have to be honest and say that I'm not impressed. By Friday evening, I already started seeing the corners of the wraps lifting a little bit. And before I go any further, I am going to note that my nails were completely clean. I washed my hands and then used alcohol to clean my fingernails. So everything was done properly. It's just for me, they just weren't holding up. I do dishes, and yeah, I do wear gloves. But I'm a wife and a mother, and so I'm always doing something. I'm typing, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm doing things all of the time. So I did not stop my normal duties. I wanted to see how these would hold up to doing these things. And so by that evening, I started noticing a couple of nails were already starting to lift. And what I ended up doing was, I don't know if you can see on the side here, but you can see my nail is exposed, because what I did was where it was lifting, I was clipping and clipping away and stuff, just to make it make it last. And this morning after I took a shower, I don't know if you could see, this part right here is lifting, and I also had to clip part of that as well. And so even my pinky now is starting to lift on the corner here. So I am not impressed at all. I will be taking these off today, because when I go like this with my hair, I'm getting my little strands of hair caught between the wrap and my nail, and that pulls and it hurts. So yeah, my overall experience with the Jamberries is not good for me. They will not work for me. The application process is not difficult. On a 5-star rating, the application process is probably a 3.5. The overall, lasting of them for me was maybe a 1, because by that evening they were already starting to lift. But I will not take away the fact that they are cute. They have a lot of, really pretty designs for all kinds of occasions. So if you need something temporary, you're going to a wedding or you're going to a holiday event or something like that, then I would definitely, go for these because it's just a temporary situation. You may need it for a night or two. So in that case, then yeah, go for it. But again, this is my opinion, and not everybody is going to share my opinion, and that is completely okay. But as my review goes, I was not at all impressed with the Jamberry wraps, and so that's it. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.